Alright, we're going to see how long it takes me to take the side panels and the hood and the fender pan off of 318. It's going to take me a little longer on the 420, but I should be in keyword, only need a 10 millimeter wrench and a 13 millimeter socket with an extension. So here we go. A lot of times these bolts right here that hold the side panels on have been replaced with 7/16 or a ½ inch or any number of potential different hardware, just based over the years. I've already popped the grill out because it was already out. I wasn't going to put it back in because my grill was actually pretty hard to put back in. So you're not going to get to see that part. But, I mean, the grill is pretty easy. So there's just 4 13 millimeter bolts to hold the hood on. One of the big things that I try to remember with this stuff is if there's not keepers in the part itself, I try to put the bolts back as soon as I take the part off, which is what I will do in this case. So there's the hood. Everything's exposed on the 318. Now I can start working on the fender pan. Once again, you'll need the 13 millimeter on the fender pan. If your seat switch is still connected, you'll need to disconnect that, which should come right out. It is a little bit harder to do on the suspension seats than it is others. I'm trying to remember the last time I had the fender pan off the 318, and I can't. I'm thinking at least 3 years ago, because I maybe put 5 hours on it in the last 3 years. Before I got the X748, this was my main mower. It does have 950 hours on it. Okay, so now that is done. So the only thing left to do is to unhook the taillights, which is just a matter of grabbing each one of the sockets and twisting it, and it should twist right out. You have to take the filler cap off. Make sure you put that someplace safe to where it's not going to break. And you should fender pan off. Alright. Gotta get some other tools. Video's been recording for 5 minutes and 34 seconds. So I think I'm making pretty good time. Oops. I don't want to take that all the way off. Throw my seat forward, poke my wire through, and pull the seat off, or pull the fender pan off. So there we are. That is the 318, has everything off of it. So, how did I do for time? 6 minutes and 44 seconds of video. I'll have to go in and look and see how much time it took actually to do it. One thing I should note is the 430 or the 420 and 430 are very similar to take the fender pan off and the panels, etc. One of the biggest differences is you have to take off your differential. I always take off this knob right here, which is basically just you pull it up. It's just an empty knob inside. That's easy, it's not even screwed down. And then this right here you have to take off. Now in my case I'm really lucky because this is pretty loose, but if it's not loose you got to work a little bit to get a you know, some type of like a channel lock or something like that, Nipex plier, alligator grip pliers, something like that. You got to put that in there and then you have to unscrew this, and that way you can get the fender pan off. But the fender pan comes off in the same general manner. There are 4 bolts. There are 2 bolts that hold on the side panels. There's 4 bolts that hold on the hood for the 420 and 430. Well, the 430 is a little different because you got that ginormous grill out there in the front, but I don't have a 430 to show you. So I just figured that was worth noting. I'm going to go ahead and get the panels off the 420.